All right, guys, so it is a bright but cold afternoon, and we're about to head out to go take a look at a 1997 Seadoo XP. I don't need another project. I've got enough around here to keep me busy for a long time, but I do need a 787 engine, and that's what this ski has. So just real quick, let me show you what I'm taking with me to make sure I can get this ski home if I decide to buy the thing. Try to be prepared for everything. I've said before in videos, it doesn't matter what I'm told, even some of the pictures that I look at. A lot of times when I get there, the trailer's terrible shape, tires are dry rotted, you know, things just aren't what they are be led to believe when you speak and message with them. Anyway, just to be prepared, I'm taking some power tools. Let me adjust the camera here. Taking some power tools with my jack and a jack stand in case I need to swap tires. I'm taking extra tires. This ski's been setting up just for a couple of years, but still, I don't trust going out looking at a place even if I'm told the tires are good. Taking extra tires, I'm taking extra straps because there's probably ski is not going to be bolted down to that trailer, so I take extra straps to do that. I'm just taking my air tank in case maybe the tires are good on that trailer, but if it needs air, I'm ready for that. Got my compression kit. He said I'm welcome to do any tests. That's always a good sign when there's no hiccups about you wanting to run tests on the engine. So I'm taking a couple extra batteries just in case, and I've got a couple of trailer pins I'm taking in case. I'm taking an extension to hook up to the truck to make sure I'm good there. I'm taking extra lights for the trailer in case the lights on that trailer doesn't work, if I haven't already said that. So I think I am ready to go. We got about an hour's drive to get out there and take a look at the ski. And I said I don't need another project, but I do need a 787 engine. So the pictures look really good on this ski. So I don't know if it is as good as it looks and as good as I've been told. It may be tempting to leave it alone and leave that engine in there, but right now I just need the motor. So let's close everything up here and let's get on the road and let's see what we got. All right, so the ski looked great. Everything held up to what I was told. Let me change lanes here before I get run over on the interstate here, but the only thing a little sketchy right now is I didn't swap out the tires, but one of them was pretty dry rotted, so I'm trying to make it home, but don't know how well you can see, but you can see it back there. We're pulling the thing home. The compression was great, 150 in both cylinders, and so everything looked good. Even the whole ski looked really good, so it's going to make it hard, unless it is something like the MPIM. It's going to make it hard to pull that motor out of that ski and not just keep it, but we'll see. He said there's no spark, and so he said he believed it was the stator or probably the MPIM. So anyway, we'll get it home and check it out. Okay, here she is. What do you think? Got the ski and the trailer, total $800. The engine, I did a compression check on it there, 150 psi, both cylinders. And as I mentioned before, no spark. So that could mean something serious all the way back to the MPIM. Could be little something as maybe a ground wire, could be corrosion. So the hope is, you know, we're going to hope for the corrosion part or maybe a bad ground wire or something like that. But anyway, what do you think? Better than I expected once I got there and I took a look at it, and something a little different that not used to is he actually cleaned this thing up before I got there. So many times when I've gone out and he bothered to, you know, clean it up. But so it cleaned up really good. I haven't really done anything to it, and so I actually like it. It's Looks really nice. As you can tell, we'll do a quick walk around real quick, but you can see he redid the seat white, and so he went ahead and he painted the hood white, the bumper guard white, and what do you have back here? The pump cover, whatever it's called, painted that white as well. I'd like to get it back to original, but you know, it doesn't look bad like it is. So let me take you off the stand and we'll kind of just do a walk around, give you a closer look at what we got here for $800. All right, so let me take you a little walk around with the GoPro here. And before we get into the engine bay, let's just, like I said, quick walk around. And I want to start with the trailer because as I mentioned before, I always take extra portable lights. And this is a great example of why, because this is pretty much, in my experience, as you can see the lights, there are no lights here, and this is usually the way it always is. And even the side marker here is busted, but even if everything was good back here, you get up here to the tongue of this thing and you check out the wiring, and there are no connectors, and I don't know what's happened and what went on, but so you know, if I'd had to use this trailer at night, I would have had no lights. And so that's why I always take portable lights, to make sure I don't get stuck with it night without any lights. And but other than that, I mean, the trailer is really good. This is better than anything I have, or at least looks better than anything I currently have on any of my trailers. And so everything else looks really good. The only thing is, I think I'd mentioned, these tires were dry rotted. One is really bad, but the other one has some life left, but I think this is the one that's really dry rotted. But getting home, everything was cool to the touch, and so we are in good shape there. Just needs another tire. No big deal. So let's move up here to the ski real quick. As you can see, it's a 23. So what I understand, the story real quick, licensed this thing in 21, and that's when the issue started with no spark, and it's basically set up a couple of years, and I think that's pretty visible. You can see the ski's in good shape, so it hasn't set up long. The only question, I guess, I didn't really ask was just total minimal amount of information, or given a small amount, but I think there was some damage to the hood, and I think that is what caused it to be them to paint it. When I say them, he and his brother, I was told, painted this white, but you can see it's kind of chipping away, and you can see the yellow underneath. So I really don't know if I return this back to original, or if I start taking this paint off. I don't know what I'm going to see under there. So I guess when they painted this, just to make it look more together, conform together, I don't know, to kind of go together, maybe, they painted the hood and redid the seat as well, and I kind of like the white. It actually looks pretty good, and put a new handlebar bumper up there, white as well. And I guess, to make it all kind of fit together, painted the drive shaft cover white as well. So it doesn't look bad, even though like I said, I'd like to take it back to its original. But everything else looks really good, even down here, and I can't really see the wear ring, but everything else looks good. Everything is operational. I checked the boot up here, and it's in good shape. I bought a ski once, you couldn't see it, but the boot was ripped and water had gotten in, completely rusted out the trim motor. And it looks like this has actually been replaced pretty soon. Look at this, looks pretty, recently. Start button, VTS button, everything looks pretty new there. So, looks pretty good, right? Well, once I got it home last night, like I said, this is the next day. Once I got it home, I discovered something that, in my excitement of picking this thing up, that I totally did not even see. Let me open this hood and you take a look, and let's see If you spot something, okay, I've already unhinged it so easily open. So one thing, let me just say that I caught, that I did see, is you take a look at the engine top cover. I don't know, I can't tell that maybe that this engine has ever, the top has ever come off this engine. There's a lot of paint still on these bolts. There's some gone, but I would say not a lot of work has been on this engine, which, you know, what is it, 20 something years old. Something I did see that I'm hoping is a problem with this thing not having spark is corrosion. And here's why. I noticed one thing here, and I questioned this. He said he stuck this here just for an extra sealant, because you can see that the actual boot around this is broke or missing. So I would guess that water was getting into this engine. And right back through here, let me get a, where's my flashlight? I don't know what I did with it. Let me go get this real quick, because it's really overcast today and freezing out here. Here we go. Oops, sorry. Down in here, pull this away. Back in here is the MPIM, and if I can get this light down here, if a lot of water was getting down in here, there's a good chance corrosion down here could cause a no spark. And as you look down there, you can see a lot of silicone put down or used back in there. But anyway, there is a possibility of corrosion which could cause a no spark issue. That's my hope with that. But let me show you around a little bit. Let me take you to the other side real quick. Let's see if you notice anything right off that I didn't. Glaring, something is missing here that is glaring. What do you think is supposed to go on this mount right there? That is where the oil tank is supposed to be. Now, he did tell me that he was running this on premix, but he told me that he knew that the rotor gear still needed oil, so he just bypassed it. So, my gosh, let me take you back to the other side because I can't see well from there. So you can see right there the oil pump is still there. Well, he told me that he knew the rotary gear still needed oil, and he left that connected, so I didn't even think to check. But take a look at this. Get my light down in here real quick. Something that's really bothersome. There's no oil tank first. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so if you bypass this pump and the rotary gear still needs oil, where's the oil coming from? Here's the oil line still connected to the pump, closed off. This should still be running from the tank. So right back in there, it looks like maybe he routed the oil lines there. I don't know. So not only a no spark here, but I obviously don't have a clue how long this may have run with no oil to the rotor gear, but we're probably looking at timing off and needs a new rotor gear if that thing has not been oiled and was run with no oil. So anyway, in the end, I don't know if I probably mentioned it or whatever. I got this for the engine. If this needs to come out, then that's okay, because that's what it was supposed to do, is to come out. You know, I guess there was a little bit inside of me that was hoping, man, this is fix this thing and just maybe leave this intact. But well, doesn't look like that's going to happen. No oil tank, no oil getting to the rotary gear. And again, how long has that been run with no lubrication? So, well, other than that, and I guess down here, and you guys chime in if you know, I have changed out a rotary gear. The first key I bought, the timing was off. Turned out to be the rotary gear was shredded, and so I took the engine apart, cleaned all the shavings out, put it back together, and it ran good. I believe this is the connector to the oil tank that sits right here, and so that looks like they've poured, someone's poured sealant or whatever all in there. So that doesn't look good as far as reconnecting, if they've clogged up the connectors on that plug. Anyway, well, I got 150 pounds of pressure in each cylinder. I may in a little bit just hook that up and to turn it over and let you see the compression that I'm getting. But anyway, just showing you, totally missed a lack of a oil tank right here. And but to give myself a break, I haven't had this body style, and you know, usually on my skis the oil tank is sitting on top or on the side of the gas tank. So you know, I wasn't even looking for an oil tank right here. So well, totally missed that. So well, we'll see. The engine's going to come out, and we'll check that rotary gear, and probably going to be replacing that, and hopefully that's going to be the extent of it. And I'm hoping, as I said, that I'm going to pull out that MPIM, and we're going to check all those connectors down in there to see if we have corrosion that maybe has gotten down in there from the water that has probably entered into this ski through this broken lip, tongue, whatever you want to call it, coming up through the hull there. So, well, I guess I will just stop the video here. You know, I may, like I said, get out my compression kit, show you that it's got 150 in each cylinder, but you know, I don't know. I do see that all the lines have been removed. The fuel lines, I went through, I checked those. Even the water lines, those are not original hoses. So there has been some maintenance on here. And I want to show you one other thing I liked, what I saw. My boat really needs this that he put on here to save batteries. So right here is a shut off, which is a great idea, and I need something like this on my boat. So it's on off, so nothing is going to drain the battery sitting here. So to start it, we've got to shut the battery, open up the battery, and now it can be started. So that's a good addition to this ski. And the other thing great about this ski, usually when I go pick them up, there either is no battery or a dead battery. I got a good battery. I don't have to go buy another battery. This thing is in good shape, and so that's been maintained. And you know, he probably put that in there before I showed up, but it is still a day later, still sitting at like 12.5, just sitting here in the ski. Well, all right, I guess I will stop there. I don't know of anything else to show you on this ski. I'm trying to think before I just close this video down. I haven't opened up, checked the carburetors or anything. I don't think that's important right now. Just as I said, concerned about no oil tank and no oil getting to the rotary valve. But I'm glad the oil pump is still there. I'm the old school guy. I'm gonna put this back to an oil pump and not run premixing this thing. But anyway, definitely gonna have to remove the engine, pull the bottom of it off, and definitely check the rotary gear. I don't know if I pull out this MPEM and there is corrosion, get that cleaned up, and all of a sudden I have spark, then I'll check we'll know then if the timing is off. Definitely know then. So we'll see. But for right now, this engine is coming out, and the original plans of buying this for this engine. Oh, there's one other thing. Let's circle this thing one more time, why don't we? Probably can't see right there where my light is. This may be a bad pipe. It's got some kind of coating, maybe a sealant on it, if you can even pick that. All right guys, so my GoPro battery cut out on me, so I'll just finish this video up with a phone camera. It's gonna at the end of the video anyway, but let me know if you have any experience with what I just discovered. No oil tank and probably no oil getting that rotary valve. Now I have, as I said before, replaced a strip rotary valve before, but you know, never an issue with it not getting lubrication. So you know, is there a possibility we got more engine damage because of that than just, you know, more than just the rotary valve? So anyway, any experience, you know, I'd appreciate it if you leave comments down in the comments section and just let me know. Let me know what you think of the ski. Did I get ripped off? $800. You know, didn't even see that looking at this ski. But anyway, appreciate you joining me here, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.